Hey guys, it's Savannah and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is some Dollar Tree Cricut summer DIYs slash hacks because there's not much to them other than just using your Cricut. So let's go ahead and jump right in. All right, for our first Dollar Tree Cricut hack slash DIY, I found this cute little tumbler. It's like a little wine glass in their cup section, and it's almost like rubbery. We have a lake house, I'm not sure if you guys know, and we love to spend our summers there in the lake drinking champagne. So I thought this would be perfect to put a vinyl sticker on. So I have a MacBook and I could absolutely use that for this, but I just find it so convenient that I can just use my phone to print stuff out on my Cricut. It makes life so much simpler. So I'm going into my Cricut app on my phone and I am going to make my own design, kind of, not really, but kind of. And then you're going to hit that little plus down at the bottom where it says add image. And this is in the design studio. It's like $5 a month. It's so worth it. There's so many designs in there. You can also make your own, but sometimes I just love going in here and finding something and just, you know, it makes it so much easier. So I'm just searching like lake sayings. I didn't find anything in Lake Life, or no, in Lake Girl. So I typed in Lake Life and it was between those two that were side by side, and I decided to go with this one. And so I always hit next once I got it to make sure it's the size that I want. You can see on the mat exactly where it's going to print. I always count the squares. I don't know. That's just me, just to make sure that, you know, I have enough vinyl and it's going to cover. So then once you got it like that, you're going to hit next and make sure that your, material set is set to vinyl. See, it was set to iron on at first, but you want to go in and make sure that it's set to vinyl, and then you're going to cut it. Then we are going to move upstairs. Well, you didn't know that I was downstairs, but we were. And then I already took off the excess vinyl, but now we're going to go in and weed. Now, if you have a Cricut, I definitely suggest having their tools because it makes it so much easier. Like this weeding tool, barely any pressure and it will just pull it right off. I love it. So I definitely recommend that. I sometimes like weeding. It's kind of satisfying seeing everything like come out. I don't know. But so you're just going to weed everything that should be out. And then we are going to get some transfer tape. Now, you guys, I know if you've been here for a while, I definitely struggle with transfer tape. And I don't know if it's because this vinyl was like a glittery vinyl. It just did not want to stick. So I did end up having to go in there and put these on one by one. But it ended up working out. I don't know. Is there, you know, like a cheat code to glittery vinyl? I don't know. But I think this is going to be so cute to have at the lake. Then, because this is probably gonna get water on it, I did want to seal it. So I just took some matte Mod Podge and I'm just pouncing it over the top of this, and then I'll kind of just smooth it out and rub it in. And you couldn't even tell that I covered it with anything by the time that it was done. I just wanted to make sure this is protected, and I definitely would not put it in the dishwasher. I'm sure if you got some like dishwasher safe, like clear stuff, if they make that, I don't know, then it would be okay. But I just use Mod Podge and I don't mind hand washing this. And this is our first Cricut Dollar Tree hack slash DIY. I just want to take a second and thank Cricut for sponsoring today's video. I genuinely love all of their products. I definitely think it is worth the investment, taking something and making it high end or making it your own. And it's not just for crafting. There's so many other things that you can do with your Cricut. So if you're thinking about getting one, this is your sign. You definitely need to get it. And let's get back into the DIYs. Moving on to our next one. This is probably my favorite from today. This is just a Dollar Tree hat. I don't know how else to explain it, but it's super cute, and I feel like this would be really cute on the boat. So I just went into my Cricut studio again, and I did not use the design space. I just went in and did like a canvas just like I did the first one, and I'm just going to add some text. I believe this is in the font Peach Cheeks. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But this is stencil vinyl. This was my first time working with it, and I gotta say, I loved it. So I'm definitely going to be using it again. So when you are weeding stencil vinyl, you weed it the opposite way. So, you know, normally you would take off the bigger part and then weed out the smaller parts and leave the letters. But for stencil vinyl, you're going to weed out what you want to, you know, show up. So if that makes sense, I don't know. If not, I don't know what to tell you. Just kidding. This is a tutorial video. Get it together, girl. So yeah, so I weeded that out, and then I did the same with the other one, and then we are going to take it off, and I just placed it on the hat until I got a position that I liked. And then for like the D's and the A's, I went back in and put that little middle piece on there so that when I did paint over it, it looked like a D and an A. All right, then I'm taking a stencil brush from Dollar Tree and some ink Waverly chalk paint, and if you don't know, that's black. And I'm just going in and kind of just dabbing it on the letters. Now, I didn't want to like rub it like brush strokes, because this was my first time using it, and just basing off what I've seen other people do, they've always kind of just like dabbed it and pounced it. Some people use like a makeup sponge brush, you know, those little triangle things. But this is what I had on hand, so this is what I used, and it honestly worked out perfectly because this hat has like little like dips and like crannies and nooks and crannies in there. And the stencil brush is so like uneven at the end. It really helped I swear I went to school, you guys. It really got down in there and just covered the hat really well. And I love this saying, ask dad. I don't even know if that's a saying, but I don't know about you. When I'm on vacation, you got to ask your dad. Don't ask mom. Mom is on vacation. Well, dad is too, but still, go ask dad. Then before I pulled the vinyl up, I did just want to take my heat gun and kind of just dry over it a little bit, not all the way, but just enough to where it wasn't like shiny anymore. And then I removed the vinyl, and then I'm taking my weeding tool and going back in and pulling out those little pieces in the D's and the A's. Side note, I don't know why my camera looks foggy. The lens must have been dirty, so I do apologize. I hope that you guys can still kind of tell what's going on. So next, I'm taking this little tassel ribbon. I've used this before. I got this at Walmart, super duper cheap, and I thought this would be so cute, like around the rim of the hat. If I had enough, I might have done like the other rim, you know, where it kind of just dangled off, but I thought this was cute too. So I just went in and I started hot gluing that around the hat, and I feel like this is so boho-ish. It's going to look so cute this summer, and I was really excited, and I love how it turned out. So let me know what you guys think. If you are new to my channel, I am Savannah, and I love doing high-end, budget-friendly home decor DIYs, especially Dollar Tree DIYs and thrift flips, obviously. So if that's something you're into, I hope that you stick around. Hit that subscribe button. Also, follow me over on Instagram at Savvy Crafts with Savannah. That's where I feel like I can be a little bit more personal with you guys and keep in touch outside of YouTube. Also, if you would like to support my channel, there is a link in my description box. It really does mean so much to me, but also another way to support it is liking, sharing, and commenting on all of my videos. Again, means the absolute world to me. You guys are the best. I could not ask for better subscribers. All right, let's get back into the video. Next, I'm taking this Dollar Tree coffee mug. Now, this is a pretty big mug. I was like actually shocked at how big it was and the size, and I I don't know. I really liked it. It was a good blank canvas, especially for like your Cricut items. I don't quote me on this, but you might be able to even do the infusible ink on these. I'm not sure. I don't know. But my husband drinks coffee every morning. I'm not much of a coffee girl, so I did want to make him a cute mug. Well, not cute because he's a guy, but you know, something that's his. So I took this teal vinyl because he is a Miami fan, loves everything Miami. So I went into the design space kind of like I did for the lake, and I just typed in Miami. I typed in Miami Dolphins at first, but nothing like really showed up. So then I just typed in Miami and I found this cute little design, and it's in teal like the Miami Dolphins. So I thought this would be really cute for him, and he actually ended up loving it. So once I got it all weeded, I took some transfer tape and I laid it over the top, and I'm just, you know, taking my little shovel spatula thing and rubbing it and pulling the transfer tape off, so on and so forth. And then I'm going to lay it on the mug, and I did, again, have trouble with the transfer tape. The I and an A did not come up, but honestly, I was just super like happy that I got as much as I did up. So I was like, oh, I can just put those on after. No big deal, right? So I just laid that on, rubbed it out, pulled the transfer tape off, and then I added the I and the A. And then just like our first cup, we're going to take some matte Mod Podge because this is going to have to be cleaned out and it's going to be underwater. Again, I would not put this in the dishwasher, but I definitely think it will be fine just like hand washing it. So I'm just taking that Mod Podge and just dabbing it around. I do end up like covering the whole mug just because I wanted it to all look the same. So I just rubbed it all over the mug, and that was it for this one. Super simple. These are, like I said, these are like almost hacks because it's just a way to take like Dollar Tree items and make them cute little DIYs. Now, this one is another one of my favorites from today. Look how cute this water bottle is. I just love the iridescent. I thought it was so cute. So I just started by removing the stickers from everything. I didn't have to use my heat gun. Praise the Lord. No, I'm just kidding. I don't mind using my heat gun, but these stickers were actually not bad and they left no residue. So I printed this out on my Cricut. I just picked a font that I liked when I was making a canvas. Oh, look at that bald spot. I picked a font out that I liked, and then I am just weeding the A, the D, and the I. And then Addison is my oldest daughter, my only daughter, if you are new here, and she plays softball. So I thought this would be really cute to make for her to take to like practice or games. So I just wrote out the letters, and then I went in the design space and I found a softball. And then sometimes, again, because I struggle with transfer tape and this is that glittery vinyl again, these were big letters, so I really didn't mind taking them off and just putting them on one by one. So that's what I did here. I just took off a D. I don't know why I did the D first, but then I just take off everything else and just lay it as straight as I can. And then I add the softball to the end of her name. And again, this is so simple, but I think it's so cute, and it definitely makes it personable. And this is, see, if you didn't have a Cricut and you paid for people to do this stuff all the time for you, you would literally already have your money back by just having a Cricut. It's definitely worth the investment. I know they're expensive, but just put like $10 away a month if you can. It is totally worth it, especially if you're a crafter and you love to make things. Like, I put vinyl on everything now. So, anyways, yeah, I think this one's cute. So let me know what you guys think. Now I wanted to switch over to my heat press, and I'm taking this blank canvas Cricut bag, and you can use infusible ink with this. I was so excited to do something with this because I don't know, you can never have enough bags. So I am taking the little cushion part and I'm putting it in between because I don't want the ink to go through, and I'm just making sure that it's in the middle and lined up, and I got it, where I wanted it. Now the thing with heat transfer vinyl, it's different from iron-on vinyl. So when you're using your Cricut and you're using iron-on, you put the side that you want to show face down and mirror it. With infusible ink, you keep the pattern face up and still mirror it. You have to mirror anything that you're ironing on. And the Cricut app is really awesome about reminding you. Like when you go to print it out, it'll say, did you mirror your image? It's super helpful, so convenient. So if you guys have any questions about that, feel free to ask. So I'm just going in and weeding this out. Now you can see when I'm pulling this O up how some of that white paper is still there. That doesn't matter because it doesn't have the ink on there. Now if you could still see some of this is actually black, but it looks brown right now. It darkens when it's, heat goes to it. But if you could still see that, then obviously you'd want to get that up. But just the white paper does not matter. It's not going to make a difference. It will not mess up your transfer. And yeah, so I found this design in the design studio. I just typed in softball mom, thought it was super cute. I actually have a shirt like this too, and I am going to lay it in the middle of the bag and kind of get it how I want it. Make sure, it's permanent, so make sure it's how I like it, because I can't tell you how many times I've made one of these and kind of just like messed up. But this is really simple to work with too. I actually really like it. I tried to do the okay, I'll explain in a second. So then you're going to take your heat press, and I just laid it on the side, and then you're going to hit your little Cricut button and it will count down for you. Now, I don't know if there's a certain temperature you should set this at, but I just set it at 375. Now, what I was going to say is I tried to do like infusible ink on like a darker shirt, and it just didn't show up very well. I don't know if I did it wrong or not, but I think you have to have like a blank white canvas. So once that was done, I moved it over and I'm going to let it count down again. And then once that countdown is done, I'm going to move it down to make sure I'm covering everything. Hit the Cricut button again for the countdown. It's so convenient. This is so easy, like 21st century, hello. And then once it was done, you're going to wait for it to cool down a little bit. And then look how pretty. Sometimes there's like lighter spots, but I kind of think that's really cool. Then I have these little tassels that came with my mother-in-law's present she got me. And I thought these would be super cute, kind of just dangling off. And that is it for this bag. I think it's going to be so cute at the fields. I cannot wait to use it. Moving on to our second bag, this is a little drawstring bag from the Dollar Tree. It's black, it's a blank canvas, and I thought it would be so cute to put something on there and just use it whenever, whoever in the house needs to use it at the time. Addison for a sleepover, the boys, swimming, you never know. So I'm just taking regular iron-on vinyl. Now this is the kind that you want to face down. So you'll face the shiny part down when you were putting this in your Cricut. And then I just laid it where I wanted it, and I took the easy press, set it on there, hit the Cricut button, let it count down. Now, you guys, I don't know if this bag is flammable. I didn't have any issues, but just be careful. What I did find with its iridescent vinyl is whenever I pulled it off, some pieces like stayed, but it was super easy to weed those pieces out once I already had it on the bag. But that's it for this one. This is another super simple DIY/hack, and it just, takes something and makes it personal. All right, for our last Cricut Dollar Tree DIY/hack, I feel like I've said that 17 million times, we are going to do another hat. This is just a plain black trucker hat. I think this is so cute, and it'd be really cute, you know, at the pool or at the lake, just, you know, with your hair up. So I used the same vinyl that I just used a minute ago on the bag. It's iron on, and again, I printed off the saying, "Ask Dad," because again, I just think that's so funny, and it's so me because, and he does the same thing too. It's funny. He'll be like, and I can hear him sometimes. Like the boys will ask me something, and I'll be like, "Go ask your dad," and then they'll go ask their dad, and he'll be like, "Go ask mommy." So this just refrains from me having to say that, even though they can't read. All right, so I just pulled that off, and then I weeded out the D's and the A's, and then we are going, so whenever you do a hat with your iron on, I honestly think the mini press would be easier for this, but you're going to want to put something under there. So I put like a t-shirt, you could put a, like a towel, just something to prop that hat up so that, you know, it has something to like press down onto. Now, I lined this up perfectly. It looked good. I was like, this is going to be so cute. And somewhere along the lines of here, and when it's done, the S kind of drooped down onto the bill of the hat. So I did kind of have to like go with that, because once you heat it, you can't, there's no going back, you know? So but I think it turned out really cute, and I love it. I put it on. I'm like, oh, this looks so cute. So I am just taking the heat press and just kind of taking the corner and holding it down. And then I'll move over to the ask, taking the corner and holding it down. And then I went to put it in front of a fan just to cool it off, removed that, and this is how it came out. Okay, I won't help you. Yay! Let's go! Yay! I hope you guys enjoyed today's Cricut DIY video. If you made it all the way to the end, leave a green emoji. I also hope I inspired you guys in some way to get creative. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.